the other two things go fuck up the other two. You understand? And that come like the whole what Israel, the one third is going and listen. The other two-thirds is going and listen and then going and get punished.
And the other by fire and worms.
This is Jeremiah 44 verse 10. They are not humble even unto this day. Neither have they feared, nor walk in my law, nor in my statutes that I set before you and before your fathers.
Hey, and the scripture say we are supposed to serve the commandment was added that iniquity go abound. But where iniquity abound, grace much more abound. So the law was added so that Israel will go up, so the Most High could show us his grace. But right now the Lord showing us his grace, so therefore it had no more going off again. We're not supposed to be going off again because we see that there is it. Alright? Most High saying the kind of horrific things he gonna do to the world. The scripture say woe unto the world and them that dwell therein. I think it's Wisdom of Solomon 8:3. If I'm mistaken, it's the horrible is the end of our unrighteous generation. I might be wrong with the
Nah, that's it.
3:19. But some know something like that. Some
3:19,
yeah, 3:19, right.
Was
Understand?
3:4. This was the Muslim. No, you have the same thing?
Nah, that's something there.
Alright. Was the Solomon 3:19. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation.
Yeah, horrible. You know when somebody just say a horrible death? A horrible death is like seeing an accident, and then when you don't see accident, it's like the person's skin peel off their head. A horrible death is a car bouncing on a woman and half she body end up in the car. That is a horrible death.
Before they'll have them. So they feeling fucking pain before they actually dead.
That is a horrible death. Hey, the Most High could even deal with them more horrible. As the brother said, put them through serious pain and allow them to live. A slow death, like we did Antiochus and Herod.
We do the men and people work.
Yeah, that's begging for death, though.
Begging for death.
Yes, that
Begging
death
for
flee.
and death flee from them. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Most
that-
like a take down that spirit of death and remove it.
Like covenants with that shit.
Yeah.
What the scripture say? He said, why will you die, O house of Israel? So you really want you don't want the Most High to come down this time to deal with you. Take heed from the scriptures. The scriptures say, therefore we preach, therefore we believe. And that is all you need, just hear the word and just do.
Things that were written before that were written for all of it.
Can. Yahweh.
It's second Ezra chapter 9, verse 10 to 12, right? He said, for such as in their life have received benefit and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law, while they yet had liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by
By
pain.
pain. And no, that is press.
Listen, this is what
Yeah,
I'm tutorial.
read that over again.
Right, from where? From
Yeah,
start?
yeah.
This is
The start of verse up.
verse up.
Yeah.
You from where? From verse 9. This is second Ezra chapter 9, verse 9. Then shall they be in a pitiful case, which thou have abused my ways.
Yeah. How you abusing the Lord's ways? What the scriptures say? The scripture said, don't take this liberty as an occasion for the flesh. It's like you covering the truth and you're abusing the law. Alright? Like my brother was telling me about like how the court system is work. Sometimes the judge might work in favor of the police, but you go bend the law to the police extent where it could be bent without they say he going outside the bounds. So you know you using this word as an occasion for the flesh and not trying to live spiritually, you're abusing the Lord's ways. Now when the scripture talk about inordinate affections, you understand? You're abusing the Lord's ways. So therefore you like that servant who didn't look for the Lord. Understand? Who punished his servants, was drinking, understand? And wasn't looking. You're abusing the Lord's ways. We are abusing his mercies, rather. Alright? Not coming out and preaching Alright, blaming it on work. When you know you can come out and do the Lord's work. Alright, you're tired. You're not supposed to do that. Come out and do the Lord's work. Alright, most high people scream and say the Lord tries your heart. So the Lord must know if you're sincere or not. You're fooling men.
I'm a priest upon that, as I said. I'm a priest upon what I now say. There's Sirach chapter 5 verse 2. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart.
Yeah, don't follow your own mind because the scripture says heart could deceive you. Understand? Heart could deceive you. Always good to seek counsel. Alright? Even the scriptures could deceive you. You understand? The scriptures could deceive you because you lack the understanding to understand what the scripture really telling you. You understand?
You see these people that they're real lazy, that they don't want to go out and do the work. They don't want to go out and they expect most to do everything for you.
And that is how you just know a man who never had interest in coming out and do the Lord's work. As he get kicked out of the camp, or as he leave the camp, you don't have to go out no more. Because you can stay home and teach. You always see that you don't have to go out no more.
Yeah, after that, 2nd Ezra chapter 9.
But everybody here was walking up on the highways and byways.
Right.
Everybody here. Now the scripture says she ought to take boys to the streets.
We expect the kingdom to come forward if they don't go out and do the work. Most are not going to come around.
This is building back the house of David. If they don't do the work,
Right.
how the kingdom will come?
Right.
It come like if your city get put out, it come like you get suspended. You know they fire you yet. But you actually staying on that suspension, not going out there and do the work, so by the cases you fire your own fucking self.
You abandon the work.
Can't.
Most are you certain amount of mercy and let you know. Yeah, it's a real great thing to find out who you really is. You know what I mean? The real mercy.
By you getting kicked out and still going out there and do work, who knows they might call you back.
I want to back you up just to show that we're supposed to be out on the streets. This is Hebrews chapter 13 verse 11. It says, for the bodies of those beasts whose blood is brought into the sanctuary by the high priest for sin are burned without the camp. Wherefore Yahushua also, that he might sanctify the people with his own blood, suffered without the gate. Let us go forth therefore unto him without the camp, bearing his reproach. When you're sitting inside the house, what reproach you bearing? What reproach you bearing sitting inside the house? You made a mocking stock or a gazing stock sitting inside the comfort of your house?
Them keyboard prophet, right up, them keyboard prophets use this scripture to say that you don't have to be with no camp. Can they read it carnally?
Yeah, we only camp to my congregation. Outside from the congregation. Oh, that is which part Yahushua was. They went outside Jerusalem.
So when men read and thinking about, you know, you're not supposed to be with a camp. But I was speaking what? Outside.
Outside the city then.
Outside the city.
Outside the city.
But no one said, every of them keyboard prophet is saying, you see this? We don't have to be in no camp. That's how they read it. That's how they read it.
They don't have understanding.
Yeah.
But hey, and that's the thing, they don't understand. Did not Yahushua say, I love them that love me?
Yeah.
But did not he also said, why love them that love you? What reward you have if you only love them that love you?
You'd be like the Pharisees.
And that would like fly straight over the head. You understand what Yahushua is talking about? You understand? Yahushua is talking about any brotherhood. If you have a brother that, you know, that love you and you're only doing good for him, and he ain't doing good for the one that you are giving you all that good, then we actually have no benefit. Yahushua wasn't talking about them 2/3. When he say he love them that love me, talk about 1/3. You understand? There we are. Just some more.
Yeah, so to interject where you were saying. This is Psalm 69. I'll start at 8 and finish at 12. I am become a stranger unto my brethren and an alien unto my mother's children. for the zeal of thine house hath eaten me up.
Yeah, we become a stranger. Or with family. Like I watch you today, me and this guy from the age 8 years old, we was like, we come out the same room. From the age of 8 until 25. Alright? That is like 8, 16, that's like over 17 years. Like 17 years, me and this guy like this. And from the day I entered into this truth until now, me and this guy don't talk at all. Become an enemy. Because of the word. But so what?
And the reproaches of them that reproach thee are
Yeah, they
fallen
say
upon
we's
me.
madmen. They say we watching satellites and saying the Lord coming back in a satellite to save us. You understand? You ever see a satellite glow green? You ever see a satellite dash across the sky and just disappear? Or burst into a big flame? Or do spirals? You ever see a satellite do that? Come now, man.
When I wept and chastened my soul with fasting, that was to my reproach. I made sackcloth also my garment, and I became a proverb to them. They that sit in the gate speak against me.
Man, you're mad, boy. Yeah, it's the gate that they speak against them, that they call him a proverb. Yeah, he's mad, boy, right?
And I was the song of the drunkards. And people are Israeli drunkards because they drunk with the philosophies of the so-called white man. But this goes back to show that you also have to be out there in sackcloth. Right? You have to go out there and you have to preach to be a reproach. You understand? You can't stay behind and as the brothers are saying, blasted keyboard prophet, you only sing on fire with all his blasted fingers. What the fuck?
Keyboard prophet.
Yeah, and everything wrong.
All fight for the Lord.
Because and Bushman, they don't like correction. When they correction them on something,
What's the difference between them and the Jehovah's Witness that come out with the watchtower and the magazine and stand up from street corners? Because like I think it was so-called Old Year's Day, or either Old Year's or New Year's Day. You know, I was moving like real early, like 6 o'clock in the morning, and Jehovah's Witness done already stand up, post up with the magazine. Post up. You understand? That's not the work of the Lord. Who are you waking up?
I was correcting this instruction that I was on Facebook. He say, the 144 photos, the virgin, they never deal with no woman. Bring up the scripture now, show the man. Say, yo, they're talking about women, literally, talking about wisdom. Right? Bring up the scripture, show the man. Here, the man still turn around and say, you ain't show me nothing.
He blinded.
Yeah, he blinded. I don't need that, man. You know?
He literally tell you that they will show you not sleep.
He blinded.
Songs of Solomon chapter 3 verse 1. It says, by night on my bed I sought him whom my soul loved.
We so love it. Like it talk about.
I sought him but I found him not. I will rise now and go about the city in the streets.
In the streets, not in the building, or in the computer.
And in the broadways I will seek him whom my soul loved. I sought him, but I found him not. The watchmen that go about the city found me, to whom I said, saw ye whom my soul loved?
That's that same man you know talk to. The same man you know you show him it and he say, you show me nothing, I ain't see nothing. You sought him but you found him not. But the watchman here, the watchman was speaking to you, he would break it down to you.
Only he that say he's one of the elect. I say, but man, you don't say that, but when they say, we hope that you are the elect. Man telling people gold. Say he's the elect. And there's some woman calling him.
Pride come before destruction, so.
So he's our 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah, this is what I want to know. I say, well,
Let me read something for you real quick.
let's finish, man.
There's Ecclesiasticus chapter 22 verse 8. He that telleth a tale to a fool speaketh to one in his slumber. When he had told his tale, he will say, what is the matter?
Yeah, after all that talk, and I explained that, break it down there, and hear all the scriptures, you all, what?
You ain't show me that.
Where is it? He's actually a dummy. He's not listening.
That's what they pay out.
Yeah.
We were saying the man, who say he's like a keyboard prophet?
Yeah, the same man.
So we're going down to 2nd April 16 when he said, then shall they know whose mind elect?
Yeah, correct.
When the sun come down and read,
See?
right? The scripture said, then they shall know who's mind elect. So we don't know. We hoping that we part of the open elect.
Yeah.
So I
guess
saying.
Peter was not elect.
So,
It's another family.
the man making some outlandish kind of claim by us. Yeah, you read proud.
I get the word camp. I'm going to the word camp there, right?
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
going to the so when you do.
You know what the man said? Make me real laugh. He said something about robust women now. He said that curse the most I curse. I'm gonna start cursing women with big breasts or some kind of thing.
Yeah,
And the man pull up those scriptures to cheat. So a girl now, scripture to prove what it is. If you see the scripture, the man pull to prove that women with big breasts is a curse.
Hey, this is the word.
I deleted my one time. This man look somebody. Man look at things.
Yeah, I think it was a scripture. I was something in Solomon with some woman that bring chanting in that.
Nah, that talking about men with spiritual powers now. They will make the women look how the one.
So like I put curse on the woman.
But here you that to them. Let me see the scripture. I say, hey, this man finished.
The word we have bring out earlier in Hebrews 20:11, the word camp. We're going to the word, right? It's the Greek word is parabol. That's what anything comes up, right? But it say right? And it say an encampment. He said the camp of Israel in the desert, used for the city of Jerusalem.
Yeah,
it's in as much as that was to the Israelite, but formerly the encampment had been in the desert.
Like when you say to come here outside the camp for 7 years. You show the city here.
Right? It's of the scarce congregation or the assembly of Israel, as it had been gathered formerly in camps in the wilderness. Right? They say a barrack of Roman soldiers, which at Jerusalem were in the castle of Antioch or Antonia. It's an army in line of battle.
And next thing too, the man here. He tell me, he said, a building's coming up from the sky. I said, no, it's not a building, it's talking about a people. Right? He said, no, I read down a little or I show him the building. That man still tell me, he said, well, look at the measurement of the walls here. Look at it, measure the walls, so it's a building, it's a little. I said, John, don't try and get away from me now, boy. You know the feeling known about.
Yeah, but he was measuring the city where it was.
Yeah, he measured.
The scripture says Jamaica a pillar. So he can turn the men into stone there.
Yeah,
I guess he can turn the men.
He's saying it's an actual city you see coming down from the sky.
And the Lord tell Peter, upon that this rock I will build my church. So Peter was a literal stone. Peter was a literal stone.
As the elder say, the most I not suffering with him. Now he totally don't believe in the scriptures. Now he tells all kind of mad things. Job is a white man and he's
The same keyboard prophet?
no, next one again.
They got one to where they say, he's saying Job was a
Albino.
What they got it from the book, you know?
Boca, you know, can't.
These jakes going off by. And the doing so what? They're doing fame.
Remember when Mosa said, this person, tell him Mosa, I will be a live person.
Yeah, they're doing this thing for fame.
Hey, the book at the city angels white. Understand?
Who touching the book? Esau. Esau touching the book. So the angel must, if Esau say you're fighting with Nimrod.
That's why Jews so believe in roommates.
Yeah.
Understand?
Aboka Jasha is real trash, man. Aboka Jasha and Aboka Enoch is trash. That's because the scripture say talk about the Boka Jasha. And they fully believe that when they link to the scripture somehow
You should imitate them books yourself personally and hide it.
Yeah.
Print books postage and just put the name on
Yeah.
book ID. Yeah, the book.
So, scripture tell you plain, he start change times and he change laws.
yeah,
Hey, I watched that documentary. He's so steady trying to refute the Bible. The Bible just seems like it ain't true. You know what documentary I see this? They're trying to say that Samson wasn't that strong. Then they come to say Samson now was a Babylonian god. They put in the scriptures because there's how he name is Shamash one. When Shamash go back to sun, so it was a sun god they was worshipping. So Samson was actually a deity that Israel used to worship back then. So he saw this coming from all angles.
and simple J, the fallen fit.
History Channel is just real. They just had a laugh at them, you know.
So it's the para.
Yes.
I go the scripture, you tackle it again or something.
This is Ecclesiastes 12:12. And further, by these, my son, be admonished of the making of many books. There is no end.
There is no end for the making of all these books you read. You will come to no end reading all these books.
It says, and much study is a weariness of the
The
flesh.
weariness of the flesh. You will study non-stop. And you will go into things that you're not even supposed to be going into.
When you tell Paul much weariness, man,
But they're doing it maliciously because they're trying to get something different from what the apostles say. I have something more than what the apostles say, but the scripture say wisdom enter not into a malicious soul. You understand? For the fame, for the glory, for the filthy lucre, whatever it may be. You just you have no wisdom, and no understanding coming out of what you're breaking it down to be. Not because you add a next book, it means you understand more. You just add confusion on top of what you already don't understand. You understand? Can't.
Like going into flat earth, a flat earth. What the hell a flat earth going to do with your salvation? Whether the earth flat or wrong?
No, well, they might say, they must say, well, all I have to do, all I have to deal with the truth. The truth is they're deceived.
So like, I'm going into a flat earth and he going into all kind of science and no, you just cheer away from the truth, man. I have to do with the truth, really and truly. And the most I say, man was given them unto the dead dwelling. These men them can't know how far the moon is and how can you know, measure the moon and all that. That is not important, but
We'll go with some men from GMS, right? They go read something and they might read it somehow different or probably get a different understanding. They learn everything else from the alerts, you know. They say, no, but look, there was wrong with this, there was wrong with this, there was correct with that, but wrong with this, them can't be men of the law.
If you said I find a flaw somewhere, mean even saying that. Right? Read and think and gather. They are leaving some people to say, it's better to obey that.
Give sacrifice. Than to give sacrifice,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
But these sheikhs looking for fame the jealousy the elders and the
Yeah,
apostles.
let's leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
They want Israel to look up to them. They're looking for glory on this side. They're looking for God. Wait until the Most High give the glory. Humble yourself.
They humble themselves because how you look at it, right? The Rabbi Shimon was watching at that, looking at that, and he's a man, he can't take more of that. So you can't deal with him.
Some men, when they go do two, in the open, they go preach one thing, but behind somebody back, somebody who else is probably teaching, the teaching are totally different.
Yeah, you can't go and do that, you can't do that. You have to be, in scripture say, you have to be on one mind. You know what I mean? Amos 3 and 3 say, how can a man
Okay, two go.
except they agree? You have to agree on the same doctrine.
What fellowship had the
And they go behind.
yeah.
You can be saying women clothes because have big breasts and all kind of madness. But you don't teach that madness, boy. You teach it. You alone teaching that madness, boy.
From behind the keyboard though.
Yeah, from behind a keyboard.
From behind the keyboard though.
That mad,
And as the apostle said, they don't ever show their face. They don't ever show their face.
From behind the keyboard teaching that.
Talking about you is one of the angelic body.
This Colossians chapter 3, verse 12. Put on therefore as the elect of Yahweh, holy and beloved, bowels of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness and love suffering.
Humbleness of mind, that's kind of proud kind of. Why you on that voice? What talk you like? Nobody can talk to you. They're breaking on the scripture wrong.
You know something from reading the scriptures. You really bounce up certain things you might not understand one time that you might say, but I find this might too well learned. But when you humble yourself, somebody somehow, whether you can't lead or one of your younger brother, older brother, whoever, when they really think and you understand it and you just put that right piece and the puzzle right back, you'll be like, oh, right. Yeah.
This 1 Peter 2 verse 2. As newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word that he may grow thereby.
When you come in the world, you're learning anything. You have to consider yourself like a baby. You don't know anything.
And now what I was going to say is like this, right? And it's like I sure everybody here went through that. You know, they're growing up with their fathers, they're very young.
Yeah.
And their father might tell them something and they might not understand. But they will keep it in their mind, and then as they grow, it might sort of manifest and say, oh, this is what he actually meant.
Right.
And that's all the scriptures is.
That's what it is.
What a dog does when it feeds and it pops on milk and it going inside the bowl. Just bite it because the dog know, hey, we can't eat that yet. And then when the dog grow older and it have its own pup, so it does do the same thing. You learn after.
You know, my grandfather tell me this long years ago. You know, when I get older, I understand what he mean. When he said, I call him old now.
Yeah.
And he say the new broom can sweep better, but the old broom know all the corners. Yeah, that's right. And when they get older, understand it, he said, alright. But then when they get older, they go understand them sayings.
My grandma always tell me this, when I was in the war, right? Okay, when I used to be out the country, I go back home thing, I used to go to she used to tell me, hey, this woman started looking at my face, pulling my face and say, hey, God, you don't want no food in the kingdom. I said, this woman telling me, what's she telling me this thing? Every time this woman talk to me, she say, hey, God, you don't want no food in the kingdom. No, I understand what she telling me that. She tell me that years ago, no, I understand that.
Because why? In the scriptures and you know what I mean?
Scripture say he love a man with knowledge.
For my sinners, as I said that, I remember when I was in the world, I was still going to school, going to high school, and I got a dream I was in prison. And it had two lines, where if you're on the right, they allow you to live, and on the left, they sent to death. But I was on the left, and I started up watching my coffin, and I started praying, I said, Lord, I ain't ready to dead. And the Lord appeared to me. And how I know was the Lord, for nothing, I couldn't look up past his shoulders. My head was down like this, and every time I should look up to see the face, I couldn't raise my head. And he said, you ain't ready to die. I said, no, I ain't ready to die. He said, to live, you had to die. And it's only when it comes in the truth to understand what he mean by that. You had to mortify that old man.
Right now, we dead men, you see right now, in this world. We dead men in this world. You replicate, you can't get it.
You had to kill that old man to really
Yeah.
I have a quick question.
Guys.
Somebody else.
Fancy also.
This is Proverbs 18:4. It says, the words of a man's mouth are as deep waters, and the wellspring of wisdom as a flowing brook.
Yeah, when a man talking to you and talking to you with words that sometimes you might be able to understand.
How we skip this slack, not to cut you off. We over that slack, yeah? I just want to just a point real quick now.
Yeah.
It says,
It
it says the words of a man's mouth are as deep waters.
The words. The scripture say out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. These words. You understand? And I just to show you who Jake is. Because you wonder what the hell Jake always had them parables. And that is what Sirach and his grandfather was doing. They was just jotting down parables of the ancients. That is why you get the book of Ecclesiasticus.
Right.
You understand? Like Jake right there.
Look at simple thing like how you say that actually yeah we dead, yet we have a living. Footers living, but they're dead. Right? To we, them is mad people. And to them, we mad. You understand?
Hey, let me say something, man. With all them parables that have in the scripture, you never really hear Esau with no parables. So you could say, it's a white man book. When you go in that book, it's some of them parables, when you check them, all them kind of,
Still practicing.
You can't do grown up, right? In the youthful days. It's like if you want to say something, you want like if you run up Richard, one of them you want to say something, we speaking with your own parables, you don't have your own parables speaking, right? Grown up, slang, grown up, I know that.
It's a one every day bucket I go out well, one day the ass must shock off. You understand? The long rope for bag I go. All way down here should have seen a bit.
all them parables in the scripture, so you will say that in the white man book.
Next one on the way, next one on the way to take your time to reach somewhere. Like you know, they might see a neighbor by a car. They will come and say, no, I want to go on by a car and they tell them where horse reach, donkey does reach too.
Sorry, bird. We don't make good lesson.
Rush the brush, you get picked up.
You made this one? If it's time for man, the dog you come back and bite you?
That's right.
Yeah.
Do you ever trust a snake?
All them things from up.
Yeah.
You know?
I tell you, like,
Oh, you see why Jake's not fucking dead? You see why Jake's not a fucking died? You see why Jake's not a fucking died? I don't need fucking dead boy.
Big old man do that?
A big fucking old Jake.
Nah, he didn't do that. He didn't do that.
Strong like
One day, who knows?
Anyways,
Who do that?
stay spiritual, man. Stay spiritual.
I don't need
Forget
fucking
them.
dead, yo.
Forget them. They're not dead already.
anyway, let me read the scripture here.
I got one for you after that.
Now, go ahead.
This is Psalms,
Big man,
Psalms,
he throw the thing by the...
Psalm 78 verse 2. I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter dark saying of old.
Yeah,
And this is what we was saying. That you dumb parables of the ancient.
And it's within them because I sure Jake you remember that from when they was over on the east. But I just say that manifest out of the heart. You understand? Which is still spiritual. Because there is some of the parables that still be according to the scriptures. This is Romans chapter 6 verse 3. Know ye not that so many of us as were baptized into Yahushua Mashiach were baptized into his death? Wherefore ye are buried with him by baptism into death, that like as Mashiach raised from the dead by the glory of the Father, even so also we walk in the newness of life. So yeah, we're dead to the world, but we are alive in righteousness through Yahushua, who is our life. Yes, sir? Yeah, the scripture says such was someone who was like that. But the scripture said no, we are sanctified. So that's why we glad we not like that no more. We ain't no niggas up here. Nigga is not a race of people. Nigga is a blasted attitude. You could be an East Indian nigga.
All that time, man, I put up with Chinese race.
Yeah, you understand? That is a nigga.
I ain't a black man, you're a nigga, that way.
He's a Hebrew Israelite by nationality.
That's
Right,
right,
Jacob.
right, that's right.
Anytime they see Jake, or any kind of unity, let's bring fear to these heathens. And also to turn our own people.
Right.
Because they got nothing negative to say, no? But they can make up lies and slander.
Right.
But anything they see, they say.
Nah.
They bring fear to them.
Nah, they don't like that.
Anti-gang law. When you can't congregate more than I think it's three or four people. Anytime, and it's only Jake. It's only Jake that will bring that against. But we tell you, right now we breaking the law. We're breaking the law right now.
Right.
Because once they gang, I think it's more than 3 people, they consider a gang. But because right, we're a threat,
Yes.
threat to Esau.
So like, yeah, that's why I share this news feed now come. Mine is bigger. Trump dares Kim Jong-un to compare nuclear buttons.
Wars and rumors of war.
I pop up that today. Yeah, this
Hey, I got a little news up here, man. I can't keep action. Listen to this.
Shut down all the them mobile outlet guys.
The what?
Shut down all the mobile outlet.
Right.
All the media dealers and them.
Right.
Lock them up. So Shagona, they lock them up.
Yeah, my wife sent me that article, that news.
Last week, they Syrians they making enough money. They don't cut down all of them. Let them really close to a job.
That's why. That's why for the Christmas they was adamant that the Jake could only sell. I think it was from Thursday to Saturday on Charlotte Street, because they want the businesses to make. You understand? So they lock them off from in the street. You understand? They oppress them.
Before year end, they had a kind of business watch on CNC3 News, and they were saying that the private sector businesses, they're taking up too much of foreign exchange. They're using up too much US, right? And they're not bringing in forex. You understand? So they said they have to do something in order to take. So a fella, what's his name? Hadi? Some kind of thing.
Jal Hadi.
Jal Hadi. Yeah, he said he has certain places that actually take in foreign exchange, but it's not thing. But the thing about it is, when you ain't bringing in foreign exchange and if you're using up foreign exchange, you're going to eventually you're going to lose a lot of jobs. And the businesses, he say he done have about over 500 and some people employed with him. So if they ain't doing well, you have to level people. Right now in the UK, they say when they start to put these self-driving vehicles on the road, that going to cost 300,000 jobs over in the United Kingdom.
They talk about for 2018, one of the expectations, that was the video that we did on the New Year's Eve destruction, is how much thousand electronic cars going to come into play. No, yeah. So when them electronic cars come into play, what about this petrol dollar? Remember the petrol dollar, your wealth is off the oil and the gas. You understand? That is why one of the conspiracies concerning the tsunami in Japan, in Fukushima, was that they was about to launch a heavy drive and they was about to lock off producing gasoline vehicles, petrol vehicles, and to go heavy into electronic. If I'm not mistaken, that's Shalam Day. Right? Yeah. Electric vehicles now, boy. You understand? So they said that the using half machine was cause that tsunami was to destroy Japan because of that move that they wanted to make now. Yeah, go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 19 verse 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do.
Guys.
Before we say this, I say Trump cut the tax on the rich people and them in the States.
Yeah.
So that now, when them getting taxed,
Ease up the poor people.
yeah, it used to help ease up the poor
Poor people. But if the poor people not getting easy, the poor people go and feel it.
Yep.
Yeah, so as
so the things going to get cut off, like social thing, man, getting help.
we start with them women programs first.
It's increasing the bracket between rich and poor.
Right. No middle class. You bring back your scripture again, because the next scripture to go is the grinders shall cease.
Yeah.
The grinders shall cease. Right?
You to what?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's Isaiah 19 verse 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do.
Right, so today was the first working day for the year. Right, because yesterday it was kind of like a holiday. Right, so I went out to work today. Guess what I had to go? I was to go with my ID card, my national ID card, my work ID card, and my driver's permit to verify where I live in, because there are audit going on. You understand? They're about to fire people in my job. You understand? They're about to eradicate all those so-called ghost gangs and so on and so forth. So on and so forth. You understand? They're about to make that great shaking up.
They're about to get rid of all in the guard.
Egyptian moon, foundations
This is
thereof.
Revelation 12:12. He said, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and he that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had a short time.
Yeah, so the devil coming down hard, spiritual demon, Satan, so he policies. Yeah, we coming down and read the policies. You understand? And you know we have a perfect puppet Uncle Tom Prime Minister. You know, perfect, clean head. He's a perfect puppet. So yeah.
God willing this 2018. Destruction come down.
Hey, Salakia, we're gonna see it.
Right?
We're gonna see it. We're gonna see, as the apostle said, we're gonna see prophecies, and we're gonna see them bitches and them start to cry, because all them proud ass women, all their liberties gonna start to be taken away. The fear gonna start to come upon them.
Get the farming of the world, and now the people are not going to be looking for it.
Jeremiah 1 and 5. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and they tremble right now, they stay behind the corners up. Understand? And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders shall cease, because they are few. And those that look out of the windows be darkened. The doors shall be shut in the streets, the mobile closing up, when the sound of the grinding is low, and it shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be low.
Right.
Now we living in this blasted economy where you always hear some noise, music, cars, horns. You know it is to wake up and then you hear none of that, and you're living in the city, you're like, wait, what? Like, no music, no vehicle, no horns. Hey, that is the day we are about to approach. That's right.
Hey, people, especially down here, what people should understand, right? It's a petrol-driven nation. Some percentage of our gross, our GDP is off of that oil and gas, and then our electricity comes from off of that oil and gas. So one of the things that you expect to lose is that electricity. All the lights of the city, they will go out. Where you expect to happen and that happen? These women gonna get ravished.
Hey, you my dream until I get here, right?
Nah.
I didn't tell you that dream.
I
I
don't
dream I
know.
was in a grocery, and then a guy come with a bomb blow the place, and everybody start loot.
Nah,
And prices start to spike. Because I went and I buy 2 products, and the 2 products cost $300. Prices just skyrocket.
This place,
Like just last week I got a dream.
RBC in Grandy closed down.
Can't. I see that. They had shock everybody because they just closed down. Just closed down. I see that on Facebook today.
Rulers in this place not telling the people something, not something coming real jail.
Hey, that's him. Salakia, that's him, Gerald Hadid. Right? He's like the weakest link I see in the Syrians down here. He's the first one to always cry. Something went on the other day. He apologized when they had the show with this either might have come down. Let's have the TV program, the food program. Anthony Bourdain. Right, the moment when they went on, they had the Elamites, they went to the East Indians and the East Indian stuff, they went to the Negroes, they went to the Chinese, they went to the Syrians. The Syrians carrying them up in Bayshore Tower, right? And they say we are the smallest ethnic group here, but we are the most prominent, and it was real boastful. He said, watch it. You see, I'm saying, watch it. Watch, we short hours. Well, watch the city. He said, what it reminds you of? He said, well, Beirut. He said, all right. And he's boasting now. So Gerald Hardy, that one was, you see, right? That come out and say, well, we don't really take up that position that one was boasting about. So he's like the first one to cry, like, oh gosh, things. But in the program, what he, I can't remember the scene that was boasting, right? He was saying, I think it was a Sapgas. What he was saying is that Bourdain asked him, what do you fear having all this power? Basically, the economic divide, right? That how things is happening, the economic gap dividing them rich and poor. Right. And we fear the people uprising. That's what he said. You understand?
You just like
spark.
I just waiting for you to finish so I can say something like you just bring it in.
Can.
Because really and truly we come like a thorn in them people's side. Because when it said that RBC closing, it was like a surprise, it was a shock to everybody. It's a shock to people that don't know. It's not a shock to us because we know that coming. It's not a shock to the East because they're causing it. But to the sheeple, it's a shock to them. Because them thinking now we discriminate with the days of trouble, the second is just a far president one, but say ritual shall be good cheap and they shall still take themselves to be in a good estate. It's good cheap because why? The economy collapsing and they have nobody to basically to sell in the stores. You might go in standards and guess what? You could take chair and go with it. Nobody really taking on that.
I'm saying, even though the leaders and the people ain't telling them, it's not like they don't know because we telling the people.
Right, so we come like a phone in the side. So that's why they won't give you up the internet.
So like I remember about a month ago we brought it out where I think it was Theodore Roosevelt or someone of the American presidents was saying nothing happens by chance. Right? Nothing happens by chance. Everything is basically they do it planned.
Hey,
right?
Now around, let's say they tried this and they set up the world order, I think back in
they tried what?
Set up the new world order, I think back in the 70s, if I'm not mistaken, but might be quite wrong here, but basically they failed because it wasn't time for the Mosai to bring the end yet. So now
Antiochus Epiphanes and what was reading back Alexander the Great, it was a new world order they was pushing.
So he tried it.
Can.
Nimrod.
Can.
Let's start with us read this real quick. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 4. For ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. Ye are not of the night nor of darkness. Right? So that day ain't gonna overtake us and we know because we're looking in faith.
Basically something like the Illuminati on the right hand side.
His eyes is in his head. Scripture.
Ecclesiastes.
Yeah, because who is like who wants in this truth?
Ecclesiastes 4.
In this world, on the right hand
Oh,
side.
the Mary Lord?
Mary Lord. He's like one.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes 2 14.
I was reading an article a couple months back with these casinos, right? All these small casinos. They said they're going to lay up over about 9,000 workers.
Locally?
Locally they laid up 9,000.
That was the Moabite one?
Yeah, 9,000 they're going to lay up. And what? Majority of them out of the 9,000 they go woman. Majority.
Yeah, who working inside there?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of them were in the home. And when I see the home, they were still riot.
Yeah, because everything as we know it, it orchestrated. Because the natural lotteries, I think they passed laws on taxing now. They're taxing the lottery winnings. You understand? They increase it. Huh? You understand? So the whole thing is a systematic breakdown in the economy. Hey, that RFID chip must come. That is the mark of the beef.
I say that the whole time. They're going to push that RFID chip this way.
Yeah, that chip has to be it.
This is Jeremiah chapter 25 verse 10. Moreover, I will take from them the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, the sound of the millstone and the light of the candle.
Yeah, this white man kingdom, this is it disintegrating before your eyes. You're going to have an overall grand finale when the nuclear missiles and the chariots coming, but right now it's disintegrating before your eyes.
Yeah,
right?
like last night in Bagatelle, they was keeping a New Year's party.
Yeah, see
And
it.
it ended in gunshots. And I saw praises to
Oh, well, she may have shy.
I hoping some of them for carnival. While they shaking all their ass, they start bring terror upon all them.
Or biochemical warfare like what's his name? Jack Warner had said some years ago. Because remember when he was pushing the Ebola? Around that time is when he said China needs to prepare themselves for biochemical warfare. You understand? But they remember they said they had a big thing that they wanted to lock off that carnival for that year, and the Syrians and they still push for it because what they spend the money to prepare the bands and all them kind of different things. They would have lost business. All they really care about is business, you know. You understand?
I watch, it's like he's so real good at what he's doing, because I like what I say like Bagatelle, right? So I look up the word Bagatelle. You know, Bagatelle actually means something that's not desired but have little words. You understand? And like because like tonight is Tuesday, so you get water tonight. Next time you get water is Thursday. Other than that, again it's Saturday. But that places they get water whole day, every day.
Right, neighboring parts of the same west.
Yeah, in the same west. They come and turn off the water and rationing your water.
When I was saying the other day, when the man say if they're able to pay pension this month or something.
Yeah,
hey,
say lucky.
So yeah, it's lucky because they want to plan to lock off pension. These people don't know that. They plan to lock off their pension. You know? To keep the so-called country afloat, they plan to lock off the pension.
That pension, but the animal can't play no.
That's what I'm saying. They're comfortable because, hey, you should just say one to them that settle on their lease. That's something.
The Psalms 107, verse 33 and 34, he said, he turned the rivers into a wilderness and the water spring into dry ground, a fruitful land into barrenness for the wickedness of them that dwell therein.
You know, one of the blasphemies that they say, the Lord is a Trini. You understand? These people just settle, they complacent. Yeah, they settle in their lease, they complacent. Nothing can touch them. You understand? We had a mountain range, no hurricane, nothing. Hurricane just come from the next direction, all this kind of different thing. The most are gonna give this place here, Trinidad, a rude awakening. And Babylon, well boy, Babylon gonna get turned to a lake of fire. Scripture say it best.
Yeah, that white level.
Where up?
Right now, if you had to sell cocoa and I'm thinking you had to sell a car, brother, because they close all the cocoa board in Trinidad. That knows nothing like cocoa board.
These Second Ezra chapter 15 verse 49 says, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. And the glory of thy power shall be dried up as a flower. The heat shall arise as the sun over thee. Thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman with stripes, and as one chastised with wounds, so that the mighty and lovers shall not be able to receive. Second Ezra chapter 15 verse 49 says, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death.
Death. So nothing good in coming to you. Destruction coming to you. Plague. And this being one of the end game. The end game is an ICBM and finish you.
That's the final Super Saiyan.
The most I say finishing.
Yeah, finishing.
Man, get a thousand that combo.
Yeah, he died, you only get Jago feel.
And instead of purpose, with Leviathan, so they get loose.
Yeah. And Leviathan and Behemoth.
All who say they're running in the sea. Leviathan waiting for the two.
Leviathan, I'll step out in the water.
Yeah, catch.
They're going to be playing catch.
Paint and decide there, you see that, I was so to see that one head.
Imagine something to bite what do I call it for? Titanic.
And I made out that
Something Titanic in half. They say that iceberg.
And then think, it has ships with of lesser strength as titanium and ripping through icebergs. And you telling me something as strong as Titanic?
If you really study, right? They hit the iceberg from in front, right? But the ship tear in half.
From the center.
From the center.
I'll bring him out.
Something but that in that.
Joe.
Oh, they shit are talking.
Job.
Iceberg.
Job 41 and 1. Canst thou draw out Leviathan with an hook, or his tongue with a cord which thou lettest down? Canst thou put a hook into his nose, or bore his jaw through with a thorn?
You can't tame him, you can't catch him. You can't hold him.
Will he make many supplications unto thee? Will he speak soft words unto thee?
Right, you don't want to hear either.
Will he make a covenant with thee? Will thou take him for a servant forever? You can make him a pet.
Yeah, you can't keep him on no pet.
You can cage him up.
You can't cage him up, you're not be so like that. Catch you like they like that putting in cage, they like catch things.
Make things.
They put that starfish for because they come and
Yeah,
chop them out.
They can't snare him. They say, will thou play with him? Will thou play with him with a bird, with him as a bird? Or with
If I think now, they love to have animals, they keep them in an environment where around people like domesticate them like if this. You know what I mean? They have a lion system. Yeah, they are so happy to want that. They have a lion there. A baby lion, and the place they're not talking now. And the lion, you know, most type police back in the lion, they know he's a lion. And the lion is to, the lion is to grab the child and put it in the child and eat it. The lion is to, the lion, you know lions, you can,
I come like a cartoon I watching Futurama. Futurama, they eating things. Some people protesting, nah, we don't eat meat, we don't eat chicken. Look, we's vegan. Look, we train this lion to be vegan. You see the fucking lion, rib and bone, and the lion wanna drop down. He all rickety, yeah.
In that day, the most time you put the spirit package in the animals
to eat grass. And in that day, he say he'll make the lion eat grass.
Yeah.
You understand?
Lion them go eat them. The same lion when they have cage up in the house, when they eat them.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see, right? The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 15.
Yeah.
Verse 15 is Salakia, verse 13. He said, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
Yeah, who would pity a charmer like this fella?
Crocodile hunter, Steve Owen.
Yeah.
Steve.
What kill him
a stingray. Sit to my back.
Yeah, good. Now you're in the right mind. Leave the animals alone. Animals are supposed to be wild.
Oh, grimy!
Yeah, we have to come up alligators and who gonna pity a snake charmer? When a man and you're going to interfere that snake and the snake sting you on your head, why should I put up? Why open my beer and drink on your head?
You see the picture on Facebook?
Yeah, drink some drink on your head.
Or the man who jump into the quicksand, the Elamite.
Oh yeah, he jump into quicksand.
Videotaping himself.
I believe he's
So
dead.
no help.
Yeah, he died. He died.
No,
He video.
I think he living up.
Nah, he died.
He had no help.
He had no help.
He dead on camera.
But let's notice he cannot feel so.
You notice for more than water.
Yeah.
The guy, he the might to videotape himself trying to. His plan was to videotape himself getting out of quicksand.
Out of quicksand.
Yeah, he ended up dying.
And the most time maybe was drinking a big jug of wine and laughing at
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Was just fucking food. Was just food.
You know what I mean?
And people don't fear me.
But that
Why going to make this person do this?
Yeah, you see, the most I say was just fucking idiot.
Oh, what's that like? What's that like? What's that beer? If you have taxes that they don't try, good for them. Why pity them for? Leave the animals out in the wild. They where they belong. Out in the wild. You want to take them and put them in cage.
Bring them in the house.
And bring them in your house like some kind of pet. It's a man who always rolling with lions and things. What? Watch there, the most I go put the spirit back in them lions, and lions will realize this man is food for you and eat you.
Right now, I start a symbol in Dubai. All these sheiks and all these princes and they must have a in the front seat.
Yeah,
and all the best riders have it on a leash. They will have Bengal tiger, cheetah, all them kind of mad fucking jaguar. Yeah, so on the front seat on a leash.
And they can't run like Jake, so when they actually make a spring back at you, they don't catch your ass.
Like this movie I was watching, the man was saying, the man telling I can't remember right now the name of the actor. He said, you ever hear about the lion the old lion? The old lion was in the jungle and he just there and he just like and everybody jumping on him. See all the jackals and them jumping and biting his tail and the female coming and bite the ears and so all the other animals now they realize like everybody coming in now and the teasing them and coming and taking the food and say one day the lion that jump I thought I'd kill everybody. Just to let him know, hey, I still a lion, don't get tired.
Yeah.
Like Judah, go back to the prophecy in Genesis.
Yeah, like Judah.
Go back to the prophecy in Genesis.
Who shall rouse him up?
Who shall rouse him up? The Most I say, before he come, a fire will already be kindled.
Yeah.
Right? We are kindling. Because we bring out that word. We see light. We bring out that word. You understand? The Most I will put that spirit because wait. One time martial law come, one time the grinding cease and food. Hey, niggas will go into their spirit, you know. Because when you know what does happen when you fast? When you fast, your body, your flesh gets subjected and your spirit get alleviated. So a nigga will be a super fucking nigga. Do you understand?
You see what they do on the beat when Judah rise up, what does happen? He shut down the shut down the country. Let's come and let's stop everybody from when they do that rise up there, like the spirit of the Lord there, like how the Lord there.
Zari said
man of war. Somebody get from it.
Zari said the man lived, the quicksand man lived.
He lived?
Yeah, he said he.
These people they had the spirit of the Most High on them.
Google said the quicksand man lived, yeah.
Like the man, I hear the story he give it. He say, wow, look at how pretty. Nice hair, long hair, and everybody come and bite the lion. The lion there like this.
Docile. He playing docile.
Yeah, that's cool now. All the small animals in the forest coming and they realize like he ain't doing nothing, so they're taking him for food. Say one day he just wake up and just take a run through the whole forest and clean up everything.
This is Genesis 49:8-10.
Yeah.
It says, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise.
Right.
Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies.
Yeah.
Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
Right.
Judah is the lion's whelp.
The lion's well.
From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion. Who shall?
But right now, Judah is the real calm right now. Yeah, they're laid back right now. They don't know that. They don't know he was a lion, boy. I come like this movie. Yeah, he was a lion.
Yeah. No, Madagascar. It's Madagascar. With King Julian. With King Julian. Yeah. Yeah. I'm Madagascar.
Like he just catch himself and I went scripture.
Hey, when he catch himself, think of that. When he catch himself, when he had no food, because he was domesticated, he was accustomed to eating them thing in the zoo. But when he's out there, he said, "I fucking eat. You wanna eat your own friends or kind of thing."
And what people don't want to beat them.
Yeah.
They want to beat them. They get fed up because then you're taking them for food too. I mean, there was on that shit too, but that is all.
Fuck them two things.
When the spirit of the Lord rise up, finish it up.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Right? So it says, right? As an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
Who shall rouse him up? Yeah.
Yeah, what about Shimmy Oshai? And
hey,
when the king of Judah returned, yeah, was shy.
Genesis, Exodus 15, verse 3, it says Yahweh is the man of war, Yahweh is his name.
Yeah, they don't teach that in the churches. The Lord is a man of war too.
Yeah, God, I love.
Yeah, they say love, but you can't put a omnipotent entity in a little box with one emotion, as I always say.
You think, hey,
I like to do too. I like to share soft spoken.
The Moses is not no gentleman. He's not no gentleman, he's an austere man. This is the gentleman. But according to the scriptures, Yahushua is an austere man.
A man is supposed to be, when the society push, the push is supposed to be a gentleman. No, a man is supposed to be gentle, really. A man is supposed to be a man. A woman is supposed to be gentle.
Even so much so, the scripture said, don't even be a lion in thy house. The Apocrypha said that don't be a lion in thy house. First, we're supposed to be so hard. The scripture said, literally, have to give you a commandment, don't be a lion in your house. You understand? They tell you, give your wife due levelers. It basically tell you, calm down.
Right.
Calm down. You understand?
David,
everything is to be rolled.
Sorry. I see your chat here, Mark. Jesus is a Negro, not a...
No, read it. Slow it down again. Read it right. You read it wrong there, son.
Not a white man.
Right.
So that means everything we ever learn is a lie then?
Exactly.
Right.
Point blank spell.
So that means back in the times in the cave and thing when the white man come?
No, that is the white man. It's right there. No. That's it right there. The white man was in the cave, not we. That he was dwelling in the Caucasus mountains of what? Germania, Russia. When we was ruling as Moors, right? When we ruled Europe, right? And in known world at the time, as Moors under Muslim vibes, he was in the Caucasus Mountains as a caveman, as a cave dweller. His wife used to be picking ticks off of his head. They didn't used to bathe. Right?
They still love it.
Really actually, this image here is a true man that lived.
Yeah.
His name is Serge Bourget.
Alexander the Sixth Pope of Rome.
Right? This image have a teaching come with them. Right?
So that means the conquer the black people and right over everything.
Right.
It's not nothing like black people.
The Israelite people.
It's not something like a black person, but you understand what you're saying. But a black person, if you look up what black means, boy, that line. That word black and white, it never had no black and white people. That come in somewhere in the 1500s.
That come when white man started ruling.
He wanted to make a he wanted to separate white supremacy basically. Because when I say the black man he evil.
All people on
and white means purity, but he's not pure. He's the wicked one. He's the black one.
Most all people on earth are different shades of brown, which came from the Hebrew word Adama or Adam. Different shades of brown. There's nobody who's literally black.
Yeah, where's the man Salaman from? 14 and yeah, read it. We come we from 9, go up from 9, right? Where they say that change all the images and things. Where did you then change all the images?
Why is it Maccabees? Maccabees 3 and 40.
Maccabees?
Yeah.
So that make no sense in the school. Everything they're telling you is a lie.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, read it.
That's right.
Yeah, Maccabees.
So it's basically we stories they changing over and paying what they want.
Right.
Taking out what they want, paying in what they want.
Yeah,
Right.
they actually change the whole doctrine of the Messiah. With their own doctrine. A more nice doctrine.
So then therefore there are no such thing as Christmas then?
No.
No, you don't have no such thing as Christmas. Nimrod was born on Christmas. Nimrod is a celebrating birthday a whole week.
His wife was Saramis.
From the 22nd to the 25th or something like that.
Basically, all traditions or all holidays or holidays, as just say, is not biblical. All of them are-
Revelation, let me share something about Christmas.
none of them in the Bible. None.
It's only Christmas.
So I was right then.
It's in the Bible, but
the Christmas.
Because them saying Jesus born the 25th. But when you read in the Bible, you ain't seen nothing like bumbuck like that.
Now, in the Bible, it talk about Christmas, but it's not nothing good to say about it. You get from it.
It have nothing to say that it was snowing time. It was no Christmas time.
When the Messiah was going to be born, what was going on in Jerusalem at that time?
Right,
What customs the Jews was keeping at that time?
from how they explain it, it wasn't even snowing.
Right, no,
Alright.
no.
Alright.
New Year is also a lie also. You actually living in the matrix.
But if you
New
believe
Year,
anybody in China, they living in
when
the
you
matrix.
hear this come to it.
What?
When you
Celebrate birthday? Is that normal day?
when you hear this come to it.
I didn't even celebrate Christmas.
When you hear this come to it. Sure how you're living.
It's actually come down.
Yeah.
It don't come down, it's
no,
continue.
It's continue. When the cycle restart. When the cycle restart.
When I say New Year, when the New Year is coming.
What do you even know?
Right, well, here what you see. The planet does tell you.
And New Year
The planet,
in
the scriptures talk about watch the animals and observe. The planet does tell you, right? When we have, like in the above the equator, because all them things, equator and all them things is the white man term, all them things, right? They have 4 seasons, right? Winter, spring, autumn, no, spring, summer, autumn, fall, winter, right? Winter is when the planet dead. From autumn and fall, all the leaves just fall off of the tree. Winter, everything that's going to hibernation, all the animals that's going to hibernation, there's gotta be gathering food, fattening up themselves and going to hibernation and hide deep in the earth or in caves so that they can keep warm, right? The plants, the trees, just die off. Now what happens when they cut a tree? You know, you tell how old a tree is? They just cut a tree and it's have rings.
Yeah.
All them rings in the tree, annular rings. Meaning to say that every year they get a new ring. So if the tree dies off in the fall and the winter, it does get a new ring when in spring. In spring the snow does melt. The waters has come down, it has wet up everything. In Trinidad and the West Indies we have what? The rainy season. It's a whole rebirth, a whole refreshing of the cycle, a life.
Okay.
Right?
So more or less that is when the New Year starts.
Right. Now when you go back into the scriptures concerning the birth of the Savior, he was born around that springtime.
This is why
Because they
we're
talk
saying-
about the manger and the shepherds out tending to the sheep and the flock and all that kind of business.
Exactly,
Right.
them kind of no sheep in.
Right. So he wasn't in no freezing or snow.
That was right.
Nothing,
Even
right?
the animals know when the beginning of the year is. Read that for you.
This is Jeremiah 8 verse 7.
Yes.
Yet a stroke in the heaven knoweth her appointed times.
Yeah. Well,
And the turtle,
the stork in the heaven.
Stalk, yeah, it's a stroke.
The stork in the heaven knowing
right,
the time.
yes, like a
Stork.
right? Right. And the turtle, I go back to the turtle down. and the crane and the swallow observe the time of their coming.
No, not the turtle, the dove, but the turtle, because what a turtle would do, like for example, we have there's come here in Trinidad, they'll come and they will lay the egg, and for a season they will go out, they will travel, because they start them too. I think they start them here in Trinidad too. You will find turtles from here reach all Australia and come back right here where they're born and grow. Right, to lay back eggs again, and they'll go their way until they die. But them just live hundreds of years, but now they die now. Because one of the atrocities I've seen most recent times, the brothers was bringing it out for New Year's Day, that they're finding herpes in turtles now. Yeah, they're finding herpes in the sea turtle now.
It's so sexy, the turtles. Is that what's going on?
You are? But we don't know why people nasty.
Bring it on, bring it on.
What?
Bring it on.
What? Continue to read.
Bring it on, bring it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring it out, bring it out. I'll learn something. Bring it out.
And the turtle and the crane and the swallow observe the time of their coming.
Yeah, they all observe the time. They know when the year is coming to end.
Even a day.
When to go into
even a day. Because Salakia, it have a scripture, I can't remember, it's the hardest scripture for me to remember, but it's in my heart. That says that you see in an evening and a morning, if you notice that the birds and the insects making noise, to tell you that the day start, it's because they're giving praise unto Yahushua. They have a scripture that says so, but I never remember that scripture.
They know the times and the seasons.
You know it's like joke, boy. The seagull, you see them seagull them?
Yeah.
The insect, they make a certain noise.
Yeah, it's a beetle, but they scream out really hard.
Actually, we're going to Muslims?
No, we don't represent any religion. We are the Hebrew Israelites, and that's your nationality. You are not an African sister.
You'll get to that. Let me deal with one thing at a time.
We'll touch it there just now.
We'll touch on that.
Read. But my people know not the judgments of Yahweh.
Read it back over again. The whole thing.
Yeah, whole thing.
Jeremiah 8 verse 7. Yeah, the stork in the heaven knoweth her appointed times. Yeah. And the turtle and the crane and the swallow observe the time of their coming. Yeah. But my people know not the judgment of the Most High.
But my people don't know. They don't know when the year coming to an end. They just celebrate something called January the 1st. It really goes back to a Babylonian god called Janus. It's a pagan god. Janus. Every name that we have for each month is a pagan god that they are serving. But we want to go back on the image of Christ when it so-called Jesus, which is Caesar Borgia, when they bring it around.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 9. It says, for the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Most High. For that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it. Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creature of the Most High they are become an abomination and stumbling blocks to the souls of men, and a snare to the feet of the unwise. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them and the corruption of life. It says, for the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. For by the vain glory of men they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end. For a father afflicted with untimely mourning.
His father was afflicted with untimely mourning. That is talking about his father, which is
Alexander the
Sixth.
Rodrigo Borgia.
Rodrigo Borgia is his name.
Says, for his father afflicted with untimely mourning when he had made an image of his child.
Who's the painter name again?
Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci.
Not Leonardo da Vinci, no? That was his lover.
Both of them.
There was a competition.
Yeah.
His father had he invited all these two men to paint.
Yeah, no, the Vinci, right? He's not the man who they had on TV there. They were the code and all kind of thing.
The Vinci Code, that movie, that movie, yeah.
Talking about two men that he appointed to paint his son.
It was artists.
Okay.
It was artists.
There was artists, but there was also
So this whole myth with Jesus going on the cross and all kind of thing, this was real?
His name. But we'll get it. We'll get it. Somebody did die on the cross. But not this one.
He wasn't white.
And he wasn't. Or so-called white.
Says my father afflicted with untimely mourning when he had made an image of his child.
Yeah, he made an image of his child. Go ahead.
Soon taken away. Now honored him as a god.
Yeah, because he was taken away, meaning he died at an early age. He gets some disease and he died. Because he was a homosexual. He was having sex with his sister. He was a pedophile. He was a murderer. This man. Deep in evil. That's what he was. Satan.
Right, so this is 1 Maccabees chapter 3 verse 48. It says, and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
What they did, they tear down all the dark images and they put up the cell.
In some old-time Bibles, they'll show you some pictures. Old-time Bibles, they'll actually show you pictures of people inside the book.
Right, they call that iconoclast. Iconoclast. They destroy all the images and they put their own self as a god. Yeah, you said? Go ahead.
This is Romans 1. I read out verse 22. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools.
Yeah.
And, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools.
Right.
And changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like unto corruptible man.
Into image, this is the image here.
And how is a corruptible man? Because this is actually a curse. This skin color is a curse. Leprosy.
They have no melanin.
Hey,
And not to have melanin is a
he himself is corruption because the doctrine that man come in is not the doctrine of truth. For that doctrine he come in as peace and love, right? But he killed how much people? He enslaved our foreparents and brought us to these different parts of the world in the name of peace and love.
Right.
You understand?
Yes. This is Baruch chapter 4 verse 14 to 15. Let them that dwell about Zion come and remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters which the everlasting have brought upon them.
Yeah, remember the captivity. So now we don't consider the way that we, the Negroes, were brought here into the so-called island Trinidad and these other West Indian islands, the South American islands going straight up to the North America because they have so-called North African Americans.
Yeah, but...
Right, we don't consider the way. Listen.
For he had brought a nation upon them from far.
He brought a nation from far, and the word nation goes back to Raza, race or ethnicity. So he brought a different race of man from far. Go ahead.
A shameless nation.
A shameless nation. They was the cavemen. Them was the dogs. The scripture speak about these dogs. This contemptible man.
Hey, and you're talking about they used to grunt and so forth, right? Cavemen.
Yeah, can.
And of a strange language.
And of a strange language. We domesticate them. We teach them etiquette. And now they act as though that they are elite over us, that they have some form of domestication, some form of civilization.
Oh.
The Australians, those them up in Europe, right? They're supposed to be the standard of class. Well, actually, whatever they have, they got in terms of distinguishment. They got it from Jake. Go ahead.
Who need a reverence, all man nor pity child? Because, hey, in slavery, if you watch movies like Roots and these so-called slave movies, show the so-called white man, right, which his biblical name is Esau, right, or nation Edom, meaning red, because they're really red skinned, they're not white, right? They'll actually show you they need a pity for old men or how young, they'll kill little children innocently, hang them on trees right in the square.
The Native Americans, what they do, they used to skin the Native American man and wear his skin as pants. You know, there's either a baseball team or a football team called the Redskins, right?
Yeah.
Right. There's Native Americans who used to skin them. They used to skin the women. The American football. It's because the Native American breast. The women used to cut off their breast and stuff it and then throw it. That's the origin.
Are you here tomorrow night?
Nah, we have normally every Monday we just be here. Normally.
Every Monday.
The reason why this book here, this book is called the Apocrypha. This is the book that is stuck out of the Bible. Somebody have a Bible to show? It's 16 left.
No, we don't have that right.
The reason why they stuck out it is because it spoke directly against the Roman
Yeah,
Catholic
because
Church.
if the people really know what really going and really know where they come from,
Hey,
probably
the people don't
half
care.
of them man and them mightn't be how they is now.
The people don't care. The people don't care.
They don't care. Really and truly, who born them?
Yeah, because they don't know the truth.
No, they don't care about the truth.
What born to, right?
Because they get too corrupted now.
I would say this, right? Because of the so-called Christian, the so-called church, right? Today, people know it's bullshit. So when they see men reading the scriptures out here, they would say, nah, but you're bullshit, and they'll walk past. They feel, we know what we're talking about, but we actually know the scriptures. We had the account of all the people that was in Genesis.
Because if I could say this right? By the scriptures, say one of the pastors are scatter my flock, because actually scatter the flock. All of our history.
In the scriptures?
Yeah, our history as a people, slavery, whatever the cases, is within the scriptures.
Right.
But they actually, these pastors actually take you away from it.
That's what he wants. That's what he
The guys will go on.
The pastors lie there so much that when people pass out here and they see them, they will say, that Bible is shit. But really and truly, the teachings they get from the scriptures, they never teach any the truth.
They teach you how to feel our emotions.
Them teach you how to torment you. More or less bring you down and keep you one way.
If you really look at,
so they can control you.
If you really look at these people, how they teach, how they preach, they wouldn't read from the scriptures. They will tell you how them feel. They will make up some story and make it feel good.
Enticing words.
Or they might take out a little piece of the scriptures and they will ride on that.
And bend it their way.
See, that is why I stopped going to church.
What did you say?
Right.
My speech and my teachers was not with enticing words and what?
Right.
So far I was right. So my man wrong.
Because the word church goes back to the word was
Ecclesia.
Ecclesia. It means to cry out. It's not a building. Right?
What's the backup? The scripture, what the brothers reading there when I start what the so-called white man being above me now.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 43. The stranger that is within thee.
The stranger is who? The stranger is the so-called white man. Go ahead.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
Right. Somebody get Ecclesiastes 10 and 7 for me. Yeah.
This is Lamentation.
Yeah, Lamentation is a general.
Lamentation chapter 2.
That have problems, that have real
17.
problems.
It says, Yahweh had done that which he had devised. He had fulfilled his word that he had commanded in the days of old.
Right.
He had thrown down and he had not pitied, and he had caused thine enemy to rejoice over thee.
Caused thy enemy.
He had set up the horn of thy adversary.
Now, if you ask any church-going person, any so-called church-going person, who is your enemy? They will tell you somebody. They will tell you Satan. The word Satan means what?
Adversary.
Adversary.
Hey.
Your true enemy is who the scriptures say. Get Deuteronomy for me. You show you. Let me 28 and 68.
And do a processor elimination.
Yeah, we will show you who your true enemies.
So that means the Bible and all we're reading and all them true.
No, the Bible is true. This is the only truth on the planet. This is the only truth.
It's just lies amongst the truth.
The teaching that the teaching people is the lies. Not the scriptures. The scriptures is the truth, but it's just the teaching. They never teach you the truth out of the scriptures.
They never had the understanding.
And now tell you that they don't teach you the scriptures.
Because really and truly they would teach
because
you.
They don't know the scriptures. Go ahead.
They would teach you to keep tithes, but they wouldn't teach you the other set of laws in the Bible.
Right.
But tithes is beneficial to them because them gain all their money. Understand?
But the thing about the scriptures is, it's not the nice part, but it's also the bitter part where you might like. But it's the truth. It's just the truth, right?
The truth is always be something nobody do like.
It's sweet like honey. But when they start to take it, it becomes bitter. Because why? Why now? You start to see the world as it is. You start to see the world like it is.
Okay.
Really wicked.
Good night. Bless, respect, or you start to fight me. I agree with my child.
Let's go in and let's come out by tomorrow. Somebody had something? But yeah, brother, we want the thing for Christmas, we have jam on that Christmas. We want to show you the Christmas tree because that tree, it really goes back to ancient Babylon. Right? Huh? What is that? No, who had it?
I got something with you. I got something for you with the I got something with the Christmas tree with how you should go to the forest and worship the Christmas tree.
Right. Bring it out there. You have it?
Yeah, I can bring it out.
You have something there, right?
This one
we want Revelation 11 from one when we go deal with we go deal with that Christmas. But we go show you in the scriptures it speak about Christmas here, but it has nothing good to speak about. Jeremiah 10.
Why did Jeremiah?
Hey, go ahead. This is Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1.
Yeah.
Hear ye the word which the Lord spoken unto you, O house of Israel.
O house of Israel, go ahead.
Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
So learn not the way of the heathen. The heathen just means a non-Israelite. Go ahead.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Yeah, go ahead.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
The heathen are dismayed at the signs of heaven. Go ahead.
For the customs of the people are vain.
Right. That is the custom of men. Go ahead. It's vain. Worthless. Go ahead.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
Yeah. They go ahead and cut the tree out of the forest. Go ahead.
The work of the hands of the workman.
Right.
With the axe.
Right.
They deck it with silver and with gold.
Now what they do today? Bring all that for me.
This is to go back up to the scripture, this is
right.
The origin of Christmas tree, right?
Right.
Go back to pagan Roman custom, right?
Right.
These heathen used to worship the Christmas tree because it's the only tree that stay green right throughout the year.
Right.
So they worship this tree, right? It said the origin of Christmas tree. It said just as early as Christians, it said recruited Roman pagan by associating with Christmas with the Saturnella, so to worship. So it says so to worship of the Astrea, it's a cult, and of shooting were recruited by the church sanctioning of Christmas tree.
Right.
He said pagan had long worshipped trees in the forest.
Yeah.
He said or brought them into their house and decorate them. And this observance was adopted and painted with a Christian It's a banner by the church.
No, they really adopted from ancient Babylon too, because in ancient Babylon, this woman, what's her name? Nimrod's mother, Semiramis. She used to hang the slave's head on the tree. Right? She used to hang the slaves to cut off the head and hang them on the tree. The children too hang the skulls on the same thing that we put in the nice balls and the scripture saying they put silver and gold, nice balls hanging. Back in ancient days, they used to put the head, or the like them head, they used to hang on the tree. For fun, they used to do it.
Folly.
Yeah.
Balls of folly.
And yeah,
And
balls of folly. Yeah. Read on.
Who's for? The decade with silver and with gold.
What do you do today? The decade with silver and gold. Go ahead.
It's like a watch.
Yeah, the decade with silver and gold. Have it light up nice.
Gold ball, silver ball.
Yeah. Yeah, the scripture talking about it. Go ahead.
They fasten it with nails. They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it may move not.
It move not. No. In them days they didn't have a nice stand and it's point on. So what they used to do? They used to fasten it with nails. Perhaps it's a word crossway. Fasten it with nails so it could stand. Read on.
Verse 5. They are upright as a palm tree.
Yeah, they're upright. Go ahead.
But speak not.
But they can't speak. Go ahead.
They must need be born.
Go ahead.
They must need be born
Yeah.
because they cannot go.
They can't go, they can't move. You have to move them, you have to pick them up and move it. They can't move. Go ahead. It's an idol then. Go ahead.
It's like, and I'm sure that the Roman Catholic Church is the same how it was back then.
Yeah.
I was watching that video when it was actually showing it that they introduced a black baby Jesus into the Roman Catholic Church now to accept some other ethnic group. All the scriptures say he was black. The point is that you're allowing this new idol now so that another group will be good with the Roman Catholic Church,
Yeah,
the Roman Catholic Church.
Yeah.
But that's what they used to do back then.
Right.
You want the East Indians join? Bring Mother Lashmi.
Yeah.
And the East Indians will join.
Yeah.
You want the Chinese join? Bring Buddha.
You done?
You understand?
You done? And them Indian and them done this thing because I can't remember how they just called Mary thing, but it have a church going down south. Hindus and Roman Catholics just come to worship the same Mother Mary thing.
No, what Semiramis used to do, right? He said make the people come and bow down to the tree. Now what we people doing today, if ignorantly do it, they put a gift under the tree. But every time you put the gift, you have to kneel down to put the it's all like you're doing the same thing that it is. All they're doing is conjuring up spirits, ancient spirits, and then putting it on the church. That's new under the sun. That's what Solomon said. Because that's new under the sun. They used to do it before, they do it again.
I can reason back up the yellow you were saying there.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the origin of Christmas, right? This is the way, right here it said in the 4th century EC, it said Christianity imported the Saturnella festival, hoping to take the pagan masses in with it.
Right,
What the was saying just now.
In them days, they never used to call it Christmas, they call it Saturnalia.
That's a wicked and demonic festival. Right? It said Christian leaders succeeded in converting to Christianity the large numbers of pagans by promising them that they could continue to celebrate Saturnella as Christians.
As Christians, yeah. So they just continue. Now the person and the gifts and all them things in the scriptures too, but the gift was you. The gift was the Israelites. It's in Revelations 11. Did somebody have that? Yeah.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 15 verse 3.
Yeah.
He said, for to know thee is perfect righteousness, yea, to know thy power is the rod of immortality,
Right.
For neither did the mischievous invention of men deceive us, nor an image spotted with diverse colors, the painting of the fruitless labor, the sight, he said, the sight whereof entice fools to lust after it. And so they desire the form of a dead image that had no breath.
It entice fools.
It's fools.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So you celebrated Christmas and that Christmas tree is a fool.
Yeah.
You know?
He said, both they that make them, they that desire them, and they that worship them are lovers of evil things, and are worthy to have such things to trust upon.
Right. Somebody get Revelation 11 man want to.
This is Revelation 11 verse 1.
Yeah.
And there was given me a reel like unto a rod, and the angel stood and saying, Rise and measure the temple of Yahweh.
Right, the temple of Yahweh is the Israelites. Go ahead.
And the altar and them that worship therein.
Right.
But the court which is without the temple leave out.
Right.
And measure it not.
Yeah, go ahead.
For it is given unto the Gentiles.
Yeah,
and the holy city shall they tread under foot 42 months.
Go ahead.
And I will give power unto my two witnesses. And
my two witnesses is Judah and Israel. Go ahead.
And they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth.
Right.
These are the two olive trees and the two candlesticks standing before Yahweh of the earth.
Go ahead.
And if any man will hurt them, fire proceeded out of their mouth and devour their enemy. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. These have power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over water to turn them to blood.
Yeah, they will have to control the elements. Go ahead, read on.
And to smite the earth with all plagues, as often as they will. And they shall have finished their testimonies. The beast that ascended out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them.
The bottomless pit is Europe. Read on.
And shall overcome them and kill them.
Right, talking about the elect. Talking about go on, read on. We really dealing with that topic. Go on, read on.
And their heads and their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city,
right,
which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Right. The reason why they call talking about America, the reason why they call it Sodom and Egypt is because right now America push down that sodomy thing, the homosexual thing, and Egypt because Egypt was slavery. Only slaves that was back in Egypt in America today.
And the sacrifices.
If you look at the dollar have the pyramid at the back of the dollar, so you know America is Egypt.
Well, CNI.
All CNI can. Read on.
Egypt also believe to make women equal to men.
Right.
Then they believe in that because men equal to men.
The sacrifices to Baal too in Egypt.
Lick up.
Yeah. Because in Wall Street they still have the brazen bull.
The pass gifts one to another.
Cremated. Embalming.
So drop down to 11.
Yeah, drop down to 11.
Supposed to bury that body as a dead.
Can't. Pump out the blood and then pump in the embalming fluid. Can't.
Read from 9.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Verse 9.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Verse 9. And they of the people and kindred and tongues and nations
People and kindred and tongue, different nationalities, go ahead.
shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half,
Right.
and shall not suffer their dead bodies to put in the graves.
Right, when I say that, the people and them, they didn't give the people and them the true heritage, they didn't teach them. There was right? So there was not, they didn't there was not address that. Because when your body in the grave, you find a traditionality, you give rest. I would say, go ahead.
Verse 10, dwell upon shall rejoice over them,
They shall rejoice over them, go ahead.
and make merry, and shall send gifts one,
And they'll do what?
and make merry,
What they say, Merry Christmas, go ahead.
and send gifts one to another.
And send gifts one to another. The gift was a slave. They would exchange slaves. They ask slave and say, Merry Christmas. I want to get a Merry Christmas thing. And we people now ignorant with it. Merry Christmas, but they don't know you was the gift. The hell you doing it for? But you're telling them, you can tell them
And they even putting their children on Santa lap.
Yeah,
Really open their children onto.
now they put Santa now he like a god, because he knows when you're sleeping and he knows when you're awake, and he knows everything.
He
So he like the most I know.
Like my first son, I wanted to set up some Christmas party, but she wanted me to pay for him to go and see Santa. So I said, women, you want me to pay to go and see Santa? I said, no, don't pay, I don't know. He knows Santa not real, you know. So I said, why you fucking want to go and pay for him to go and see Santa? Oh, everybody getting a gift from Santa.
I was slack here. I was watching Kunta game day yesterday with Roots. And they were showing how.
Which one? The new one or the new one?
I ain't
New one.
The fella from Star Trek, wasn't it?
What's the one?
Toby was the fella from Star Trek.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know the new one.
Yeah, go ahead.
And they had the Kunta game. He was some African tribe, some warrior. And he know nothing more than the people. And it was even Christmas. And I was taking the gifts. Now all these slaves I'm wrong about. And then all these slaves and I'm saying, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. And that one day, they could dance, they could drink, they could eat, and everything good that one day. And I believe from there, that was the people themselves that could that should be good. And Merry Christmas. That vibes. Yeah, that's cooking food and everybody having a good time.
That scripted talk about all the nation that the Israelites and the Montana that. Merry Christmas. I think the most settlement.
That's what it is.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Baruch, chapter 6, verse 26. He said, they are born upon shoulder, having no feet. Wherefore they declare unto men that they be nothing worth. He said, they also that serve them are ashamed. For if they fall to the ground at any time, they cannot rise up again of themselves. Neither, if one set them upright, can they move of themselves. Neither, if they be bowed down, he said, can they make themselves straight? But they set gift before them.
Like when the Ark of the Covenant, they come face to face with Dagon. The Philistines have to come and set them up straight. Next day they come meet with the hair and we was the handgun. Understand? And I went and go, hey, praise God. They set back the Ark of the Covenant.
With
pictures.
Yeah, with pictures. Yeah.
The fella who tried to hold up the ark in 2 Samuel, when the thing, and the Lord killed him. The Lord does act on spot.
And the ark is so float.
Exodus chapter 23 verse 8. And
thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blinded the wise and perverted the words of the righteous.
That's all the limit of the law. Only for folly.
And the closest thing is well after Christmas is what? It's Purim, which is in the 12th month. Wasn't that last week? Sure about that.
And then the devil like to say, right? I'm gonna read the same, man. The devil like to say is sweet Jesus body, right?
Hey,
but here the devil say,
Hebrews 10:6 too.
the devil tell the truth here. Here what he say, right? Back in the origin of Christmas, right? He said the problem was that there was nothing, right, intrinsically Christian about Satanella. He said to remedy this, these Christian leader named Satanella concluded day, December 25th, to be Jesus' birthday. So they make that up. Yeah, they
as Saturnalia. Yeah. 22nd of December is celebrated as Saturnalia, and then the 25th and 0 call it the Lord Davis. That Christians got joined into the debauchery.
That is also the 22nd. Which one was the peak of the winter solstice?
Is that because it actually used to go for that like a week? It was 9 mornings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was some people might say it's a 12-day feast, some might say it's a 9-day feast, leading up to the 25th.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was part of the finalization there.
Yeah. Like when they say the first day of Christmas.
The 12 days of Christmas. That's how the song goes. Yeah. Exactly. Go back to the winter solstice worship.
Yeah. But these degrees start, I think, from the 17th of December to the 25th.
Right.
You used to close up the place. No law. You could do whatever you want. Not no law.
They show that. Well, basically, kind of like that's what the purge is about, you know.
Right.
Kind of like that.
You could just fuck up and done. If the man's your enemy over there, alright. When the time it, you could fuck you up.
Because I'm gonna say this too. Now all the feasts we used to keep, and all the feasts used to give praise and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But in Christmas, Santa, everything is Santa.
My glory, I'll not give to another.
Right? Hey, we time about to cut off, so close up. So that we give our
praises
praises
to Yahweh, Shem Yahushai.
Alright, give double and see the apostles of greatness to that well. Salutations to the men of the group and say let is the Trinidad camp. Say Mawat Lababal, Mawat Wamyam, Mawat Lagawayam, Mawat Lag 2/3 of Israel. Peace and salutations to the hope of the elect. And until that time we say Shalom.